Right.
All right, all right, all
Start
right.
over, baby. Start over.
Okay. I'm an addict, and my name is Lisa G. I would like to thank God for Narcotics Anonymous. I want to thank the committee for the invitation to come share my life on this topic. I'm nervous. I was saying that I'm scared. I have fear. This really is not my favorite form of service. All right. And more importantly, it's not my favorite form of topic, even though that I've had, I share on it. It just becomes uncomfortable because what happens is that I got to go on the inside, right? And I got to draw on a power greater than myself, because Lisa alone would not be doing this shit at the last minute. I assure you. I just would not be doing this, right? And but you know what? I was invited to share. I pray to God, man. And so if you're new to Narcotics Anonymous, I want to welcome you to a new way of life. I want to welcome you home. I want to congratulate you. If you got one day clean, this is a celebration, because a day clean is a day one. I mean, I use behind everything. So if you are clean in Narcotics Anonymous on this particular night, in this moment, you are a miracle. Let's just get that shit out of the way. But here, this is what I love about this program, is that even the still using addict is welcomed here. So your ass could be using. Your ass could be used. Even the still using addict is welcomed here with special encouragement to keep coming back. So we talking about sex and love and sex. Did I settle for sex when I really meant love? Let me say something to you, right? Because it took a long time to determine this, to distinguish the two. It has taken a long time to distinguish the two. And even sometimes now, after working steps, coming to meetings and sharing and sponsoring and praying to God and working steps and all that shit, I still get that shit confused. But let me break this down. Love alone by itself in its purest form is okay, right? In its purest form, because love in its purest form, the definition of love is a strong attraction or a strong affection. It's a strong affection, intense affection. It's strong, intense affection. And sex, the definition of sex is a manner in which people practice sexual activity. Okay. And a lot of times I could get those two confused. Now, mind you, like the lady was talking about, like getting a nut. Okay, fine, we get a nut. Listen, man, gone are the days where you're trying to court somebody and you taking them on dates and you putting an R&B song on and you setting the tone, you lay out the mood. Shit, even R&B songs are like 6-7 minutes back in the day. That shit is like, that new R&B is like 2 to 3 minutes, means you got to get your nut and go. That, gone are them days, like when you are courting motherfuckers, right? And I've had to take inventory after inventory to determine what exactly is it that I want. And that changes from time to time, from day to day, whether I'm in a relationship, if I'm on my fucking, if it's that time of the month. Like, there's so many goddamn variables. I'm motherfucking confused. Shit. But who were my teachers? My teachers were my grandparents. My teachers were my parents, right? And if I'm looking at them and love is questionable, how the hell am I going to know what the hell love is? So I'm going by my own information, the misinformation that was given to me. I mean, I've read about, honest, pure love, but the only kind of love that I know is manipulative. It's like I'm doing all kinds of crazy, freaky shit to get to extract commitment. Hey, I'm just talking about me. I'm only talking about my story, right? And it's taken a long time to sort through that confusion. It's taken a long time to sort through the contradiction between when I'm in the good spirit or when I'm really practicing sex in a way where it's distorted. So that's the bigger question. Am I using sex as a way to extract commitment or love? Yes, I have done that plenty of times. Shit, using and in recovery clean. Have I arrived? No. What I'm saying, newcomer, is that you can survive that. You can survive anything in Narcotics Anonymous. If that's what you're doing, it's okay. If you clean, it's enough. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Let me just say that. But there were some things that had to take place because society will depict love as, you will see it all the time. The society will depict the husband, the wife, the children, the white picket fence, and all kinds of shit. And so when I got clean, my God, when I prayed to a higher power, I prayed for that kind of love. I did not know how to be in a healthy relationship, is what I'm saying. I've done an inventory, and I didn't have children because I wanted to because it was the motherly thing to do. I had children because I thought I could trap his fucking ass. Because I thought that if I could have children, he would never go away. And this situation or this platform is not a way to bash, my partner, because I've taken an inventory, I've taken accountability, and I've seen where I went wrong. But check it out, I do it anyway. That's the thing, is that I know what I'm doing, but I do it anyway. I know that it's wrong, and I still do the shit anyway. And thank God that I had enough support, a support system that believed in me, and they showed me a different way. They didn't try to change the nature of my circumstances. They didn't try to say, oh, you know what? Stop doing this or practice becoming celibacy. I'm not even there yet. But let me say something to you. I thank the people that loved me for where I was at, even when I wasn't so damn principled up in Narcotics Anonymous, okay? But I knew that God was laying out all these situations. I knew that he was laying out these relationships because something had to happen, is I had to learn about Lisa. And a lot of times I've used sex as a weapon, man. But the thing about that is that I didn't use behind it. I was introduced to the program back in 1995. I didn't get clean to this last time till 2001. I didn't even know that I was an addict. The whole time I was praying for a relationship. I was praying for the love, and I was praying for this love, this magical love that was going to save me from Lisa. There was this gnawing inside of me, and I wanted it to stop. Sex made me feel good. I bust a nut. He laid a fucking pipe. It's all good. But check it out. It just like anything, you get it, and it goes away, and I'm left with myself. I didn't learn that. I didn't learn from that lesson one time. It's taken a long fucking time. I've repeated that same behavior over and over and over and over. And check it out, newcomer. You're going to get the gift of desperation. And I'm not talking about the gift of desperation within using. I'm talking about the gift of desperation, practicing a behavior until you can't practice it no more. I'm talking about when you practice the same behavior that leaves you in fetal position. You go to sleep with the pain. You wake up with the pain. Nobody in the house is awake. The song on the radio reminds you of him or her. I'm talking about that pain. That was the only way that I was able to change change the behavior that's inside of me, man. That was the only way that I was able to gain some kind of awareness. And it's taken a long time. I revert back to my worst character defect in stressful situation. I still use sex as a way to manipulate clean. I still use sex to fill the void. I still use sex and I still confuse sex with love. And so what? So what? Y'all gonna judge me? Because where is it that there's 500 damn people up in this bitch, right? Who in the world has practiced that kind of love, the kind of love you've been, the kind of love where, you've been only with that one person right? Forever and ever. Ain't no lusting, ain't no nothing. You just been with that. I'm sure that it's happened before, right? But I don't know anybody. Ain't nobody in my damn circle that's been with that kind of pure love. So I recognize that there had to have been some things that had to happen in my life. There were some people that God placed in my life to show Lisa for Lisa, right? And that takes time, newcomer. So you can understand that God is orchestrating everything perfectly, and he's designing it in a way to reveal something to you. And I don't know what that, I don't know what that lesson is, right? But I assure you, looking back throughout my life, I know when I prayed to God and I prayed for the love, I didn't pray for Narcotics Anonymous. What the fuck? I didn't pray for y'all. Who the hell? Ain't nobody up in this bitch. Ain't nobody looking like me. In fact, I think I'm shit. Where? But I recognize that God will put people in my life that don't look like me, that are going to help me, right? And so I prayed, when I took a solid second step, I had to go all the way back. And I had to search and seek, like, what was it? What was God working in my life? Was he working in my life when I was in that relationship that I prayed for, right? I'm talking about, because the way I love hard. The way I'm raised, you get in a relationship, you get married, you just ride the shit out till the wheels fall off. And when you love hard. Ain't no divorce happening. You just accept whatever the hell that's coming. And I thought that maybe if I could have kids, that maybe that if I could do some perverted, freaky shit, I'm just thinking that maybe if I could just bring women in our relationship, that he would never go away. Because here's the kid. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be by myself. The thought of being by myself is so damn frightening that I would use sex as a way to fucking extract commitment. I would use sex as a way to extract love, man. But check it out. People are going to do what they want to do anyway. They got their own God. They got their own lesson. They got their own situation. And I'm not that mighty powerful. You understand? And I stayed in that relationship for 10 years. I stayed in that relationship for 10 years, and I didn't know how to be by myself. In fact, you know what? I talk about this brother never even found Narcotics Anonymous. He was never afforded the opportunity to be in Narcotics Anonymous. And I questioned, like, God, why me? And so here I am in 2001, and I was given what they call a gift of desperation. And the shit was scary. It was frightening to be here by myself. And I'm going to fast forward it, man. And so after being in that relationship for 10 years, man, I'd never been alone. I go from one person to the next without skipping a beat. It's damn near like shaking hands. It's like, hello, 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 hello. I've never been alone. And so here you're telling me that you're telling me that I got to stay out of a relationship. That's what y'all telling me. Y'all telling me that this was a just for the day program, but I got to stay out of a relationship for 365 days because I'm going to be better at managing my defects of character than any other given time if I just have practice. That's what y'all saying? I mean, I know in the Living Clean book that it talks about that, but back in 2001, back in 1995, we didn't have that kind of literature, right? But they said, and I got clean in an era where they said, work the steps or die, motherfucker. It wasn't like they didn't like massage the goddamn truth. They said, shut the fuck up, keep it simple, stupid, sit in the fucking front. If we want to hear about the disease, we'd ask you to share. And at that time, I was given what they call a gift of desperation. So I was pretty much open-minded. They said, work the steps, get a God, go to meetings, get a home group, be of service. But I didn't know that I was planting little seeds. I didn't know that I was planting little seeds because ultimately, I assure you, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I had been molested at damn near 10, molested at 11. I've lost my virginity at 12. At 14 years old, my dad sent me to Aiken, South Carolina. At 15 years old, I was sent to the Philippines. At 16 years old, I had sex with my dad's brother. At 19 years old, I had met my husband. At 21, I had my son. At 23, I had my daughter. At 24, I had an abortion. At 25, I had an abortion. At 26, I had an abortion. At 27, I had an abortion. At 28, I had an abortion. And 29, I got clean. So you telling me I'm taking all this brokenness, bring it into Narcotics Anonymous, and now I'm just supposed to stop. I'm supposed to just be principled, just like that, right? Everything I've known using sex as a way to manipulate men, women, whatever fuck it may be, and I'm just supposed to just stop, right? I told you I'd never been alone. I'd never been by myself. Y'all was talking all weird. Y'all was saying all kinds of words that I didn't understand. Powerless, unmanageability, like resentment. Motherfucker, we don't say resentment in the street. Motherfucker, what? I got a resentment. No, bitch, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. That's how we talk. But you was using all kinds of language, and I've been and here I am, I'm by myself, right? And I'm hurt. And I don't understand what I'm feeling. I didn't even understand the feelings that we're feeling. It was like, how was the feeling? It hurt so bad. And I found comfort in another human being. I found comfort in having just consensual sex. Yep, I did. And check this out, y'all judged me. Y'all did. In fact, I came in here, right? And listen, I come into meetings, right? And they was telling me, you know what? They was telling me that they was saying you got to stay out of a relationship for 360. And I was like, yeah, okay, right. But then I come into meetings, right? And I hug this person, and hug this person, and hug this person, and that person. I set the motherfucking trap. If y'all know what the trap is, shit, I don't even got to save the trap. Y'all know what the hell it is. And y'all bite every single time. If you were sleeved down with tattoos, had a couple felonies, if the whites of your shoes were white, then that's the one I wanted. And as quickly as I got in that relationship, it quickly ended because I understand, like, how could I give somebody the love, the understanding, the tolerance, the patience if I couldn't even give it to my damn self? I was like so damn needy. It was like, I want you to call me at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, and I want you to wish, look, his home group, my home group. I want you to call me. I want you to say, wish me, call me at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, wish me good night. And if you don't, are you fucking around? Look, man, I'm just sharing my story. I'm just sharing how I used to manipulate people, right? I'm talking about that I was so damn needy. Like my sponsor, thank God for sponsorship. Thank God that she didn't judge me for where I was at. She didn't try to change the nature of my relationship. She didn't say practice being celibacy. Now, mind you, if that's what you're doing, because that's what self-love is for you, then fine, okay? But don't impose your belief system to me. Because I need a healthy sex life. I assure you, I'll be an angry motherfucker if I don't shit. And I'm not waiting 5 dates to know, hopefully he could lay the pipe. I'm not doing all of that. I'm 50 years old. I'm not waiting around. Look, they say sex ain't everything, but it's something. You can always tell that. Look, I'm only talking about me. You can always tell I'm an angry motherfucker if I shit. Ain't nothing going down. I need a healthy sex life. And the two can be beautiful, right? It's only when I get in a distorted state that it becomes unhealthy. And y'all don't know when that is. Only I know when I've crossed that line. Only I know when, I'm being manipulative. And that changes from minute by minute. Thank God that God is working in my life. Thank God that I know that God is orchestrating things in my life, right? And thank God that my sponsor, she told me to do an inventory early on. What is it that you want? Did you want to be like, did you want to be in a healthy relationship? And I said, yes, Spons. And she said, you know what? I want you to write down what it is you want. And this person had to be fine. He had to be job. He had to do this, all these damn things, right? He had a look, white shoes, right? I even went on the back of the page and I had this list. And she said, okay, now pulling from those lists, what qualities do you have? I didn't even have no damn white shoes. But I see, that's how we get it twisted, is that I want all these things from somebody, but I ain't bringing these things to the table. And my sponsor, man, she just encouraged me. And I didn't know that I was laying out a foundation. I was laying out, like, planting little seeds. Even if I wasn't so popular and people were going, look at that hoe, that NA hoe. She thinks she all that. She got big ass titties. She did all this. Yeah, she fucking this person. Yeah, now, yes. And because what I'm doing, right, ain't nobody doing that. Just motherfucking me. Because everybody's so goddamn principled, right? And we share our experiences here. Let me just give this hit, newcomer, right? Typically, people who say to stay out of a relationship are people that are in relationships, because they don't know. They don't know the loneliness. You know, they don't know what it is to be alone, man. The loneliness is what killed me. And my sponsor, she said, you know what? If you believe in God, God does not put the wrong, I'm going to say it slow, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to say it. God does not put the wrong person in your life. God continues to put the right person in your life to reveal to you, your brokenness that's already inside you anyway. Because we can get it twisted that God is revealing to me other people's defects of character, right? But for real, if we were to put our defects of character, sex being one of them, manipulation, oh, crying, oh, I cry, you hurt me. If you put all that shit, alphabetize it in order, pass it around, men, women, gay, not gay, whatever the fuck it is, you could not tell who is who. So don't judge me if I ain't so damn principled. Don't judge me if I'm setting a motherfucking trap. Don't judge me if I'm also the predator, right? Because God forbid if any man come up in here and he gets some time and he fuck around with a newcomer. Oh my God, look at him, right? He is a predator. But if you look up the dictionary of predator, right? A predator is one who victimizes or destroys for personal gain. It ain't gender specific. It ain't gender, but we classify y'all men as predator. But I told you, I come up here and I set the motherfucking trap. And it's so damn quiet. And y'all bite, look, every fucking time. And what I recognize in those situations, newcomer, even when I wasn't so principled, even when the shit hit the fan, even when the rubber met the road, even when people were gossiping about me and I didn't know this program and I was being so manipulative and I was using sex in a way to extract love and all this is that you can survive that clean, because even though even though God, I just lost my train of thought. My humiliation, my public humiliation was public. I know that my restoration needed to be public. So people needed to see me go through that clean. But people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about how lust can outweigh agreements. People don't want to talk about lust can be the driving force to end relationships. They don't want to talk about that sometimes even in a committed relationship, I'm still lustful and I'm sneaky and I do all these fucking crazy manipulative things. We don't want to talk about that. But yet 2 years ago, you was the biggest hoe, right? 2 years ago, you was a goddamn player. 2 years ago, you was talking about fucking Elena Pipe and doing all this shit and using all this. You was on this platform talking about fucking, fucking and smashing and all kinds of shit. But then all of a sudden, you get in a relationship and now you're just recovered. Ain't nobody want to talk about that shit, right? Because I need to talk about that. I need to say, thank God that my sponsor gave me a safe place to land. Newcomer, you could do whatever the hell you want in Narcotics Anonymous. Y'all want to fuck. Y'all don't want to be principled. I don't give a fuck, right? You basically are going to do whatever. You want to be in an unhealthy relationship? Fine, be in one. You still using sex as a way to extract love? Fine. Your ass clean? I congratulate you. Because that shit is enough for me. Because I'm going to have my time. There will become a time when I will get my turn, and I'm going to want the people in my life to not judge me, because I'm not above reproach. I'm not above my defects of character. I'm not above manipulation. I'm not above the sex, even though I'm in a committed, I'm in a committed relationship. Shit, who the fuck is up on this bitch? Depending on what's up, what day of the month, shit, I might be attracted to you. Men, women, cat, dog, people with time, no time, shit. If you were to line up all the cats, all the ducks in a row, and they'd be like, Lisa, what the hell is your type? I ain't got no motherfucking type. They just gotta like me. But in my worst time, I hope that you love me where I'm at. That's the biggest thing. Just love me when I ain't so damn principled. Love me when when I'm not doing things that are so popular in Narcotics Anonymous with 20 years clean, man. Listen, I'm going to tell this story real quick, right? And I'm going to shut it down. I have, I have 3 kids, right? But my 2 older kids, I remember being a young mother in Narcotics Anonymous, and I didn't know how to parent, right? And I had this $100 budget, and I was, going to the market, right? And I was buying all these things, and my kids, they know that the budget was $100, and I was throwing everything in the basket, right? And I got to the register, and my son said, and so the lady was ringing things up, and she was like, $95, $108, $120. And my son gets nervous and he was like, Mom. And I was like, Justin, stop it. Just put this shit down, right? And my daughter, she don't care. She like, get it, right? And so the final bill, right, there was $208. And my son starts rummaging through the bag and he's like, excuse me, miss, here you go. Can you return these sodas? And I was like, just put the sodas in the bag. And he was like, so I paid the bill. We walked to the car and he was like, Mom, why didn't you let me return the sodas? And I said, Justin, the bill was $208. Them sodas were like $5. It don't make a difference. And he said, Mom, in voting, 1 vote makes a difference. And I say that to say that this right here, this platform is for the addicts that are coming behind us. Sometimes our disease minimizes our service in Narcotics Anonymous. Maybe the newer member might think that they don't have nothing to offer. Maybe maybe the old timer may think that they ain't got nothing to give, man. But I assure you, man, every service that we are in, it is for the members that are coming behind us. Don't dim people's lights to make our light shine brighter. There's enough light for everyone to shine. If you were to put a cost on a sack of hope, how much would that be? Or what about a bag of serenity? How much would that be? You couldn't put a price on it because it's prices. Motherfucker, I don't care. Use sex. Do what you want. You ain't using. I believe in you. I believe in you. I encourage you that there's a new way of life, right? This message might not be for the addict who got 30 days, but it could be potentially for the addict in their last 30 days, and they don't even know it, which could be me. So I'm going to keep coming back. Thank you for letting me share.
Woo! Somebody sound the fire alarm. Somebody pull the fire alarm.